Ever dreamt of conquering the world from your couch? Yeah, me too. We live in a paradox. We're bombarded with hustle culture, yet our brains are ancient machines wired for efficiency, for conserving energy. It's the epic clash, ambition versus what we'll lovingly call strategic laziness. You want to achieve big things, that side hustle, that marathon, that fluency in Klingon. But the siren song of streaming services and the magnetic pull of your bed are formidable foes. You don't need a personality transplant. You don't need to magically become a tireless robot. You need to understand the quirks of your own brain and use that knowledge to your advantage. You can be ambitious and lazy. You just need to be a clever strategist. Did you know that a shockingly small percentage of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions? The vast majority fizzle out. Why? Because ambition without a system is like a rocket without fuel. So, what's the secret code to unlock this potential? Let's get to it. The power of tiny, and I mean tiny habits. We often fall into the trap of thinking success requires Herculean efforts. Wrong. It's about building unstoppable momentum, one tiny brick at a time. Imagine trying to push a car. At first, it feels impossible. But with each small push, it gets a little easier, and the momentum starts to build. The science. There's a whole field of study dedicated to this. The core idea is to create habits so small, they're almost laughably easy. Want to finally start that workout routine? Don't aim for an hour of grueling exercise. Start with 5 push-ups. It sounds ridiculous. That's the point. It's so ridiculously easy, it's virtually impossible not to do it. Identify one minuscule habit related to your grand ambition. Make it so easy you feel silly not doing it. Attach it to something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth. The first domino is the hardest to knock over, but once it falls, the rest follow. Your environment, your invisible teammate, or saboteur. Let's be brutally honest. Willpower is like a phone battery. It drains throughout the day. Relying solely on willpower is setting yourself up for a faceplant. Your surroundings are constantly influencing your behavior, whether you realize it or not. Imagine trying to write a novel while sitting in the middle of a noisy, chaotic playground. Distraction city. Now imagine the opposite. A quiet, dedicated workspace, free from interruptions, where the lazy choice is to actually focus. The way your environment is structured subtly, or not so subtly, nudges you towards certain behaviors. The goal is to make the desired behaviors the easiest, most default option. Become an architect of your own success. If you want to read more, keep a book on your pillow. If you want to eat healthier, banish the junk food from your lair. Make the path of least resistance the path to your goals. Conquer procrastination with the 2-minute ninja technique. Procrastination is the ambitious, lazy person's ultimate kryptonite. We let tasks pile up until they become monstrous, anxiety-inducing dragons. The 2-minute ninja technique is your dragon-slaying sword. The technique. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Respond to that email. Put away that pile of laundry. Make that quick phone call. Why it's magic. It prevents small tasks from accumulating into a giant, overwhelming to-do list. Plus, it taps into the power of momentum. Once you start, you often realize it wasn't so bad, and you're already halfway there. Strategic laziness, the art of good enough. Perfectionism is a sneaky form of procrastination, masquerading as high standards. The strategically lazy person knows when good enough is, in fact, good enough to get the ball rolling. Sometimes obsessing over perfection makes you less productive. You spend so much time polishing and refining that you never actually launch, publish, or finish anything. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good, as the saying goes. Focus on getting the core elements right, and then release it into the world. You can always improve and iterate later. The first version will always have flaws. Embrace them. Dopamine, your brain's secret weapon. Use it wisely. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and reward. Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, is the engine of motivation. The problem? We often get our dopamine hits from things that actively hinder our ambitions. Endless scrolling, binge-watching, sugary treats. The science, briefly, dopamine is released when we anticipate or experience something rewarding. We can hack this system by strategically rewarding ourselves for making progress, even tiny steps. Break your big, scary goals into smaller, bite-sized chunks. After completing each chunk, give yourself a pre-planned, healthy reward. A short burst of your favorite music, a quick walk in the sunshine, a few minutes of guilt-free playtime with your pet. The anti-burnout blueprint. Even with all these clever strategies, burnout is a real danger. You need to work smarter, not just harder. Surprising truth: rest and recovery are not the opposite of productivity. They are absolutely essential for it. Think of your energy like a well. If you keep drawing water without letting it replenish, you'll eventually run dry. Schedule regular breaks. Build in activities that genuinely recharge you. Connecting with nature, practicing mindfulness, spending quality time with loved ones. This isn't laziness. It's strategic refueling. The power of self-forgiveness. Seriously, it's crucial. You're going to mess up. You're going to have days where the couch conquers the world. That's not a failure. It's being human. The key difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't isn't the absence of stumbles. It's the ability to get back up, dust themselves off, and keep going. Relatable scenario. Imagine learning to play a musical instrument. You're going to hit wrong notes. You're going to sound terrible at times. Do you throw the instrument out the window and declare yourself a musical failure? No. You keep practicing. Be kind to yourself. Acknowledge the slip-up. Learn from it, what triggered it, and gently redirect yourself back to your tiny habits. Don't let one off day derail your entire journey. Conclusion. Unleash your inner ambitious, lazy genius. Being ambitious and having a natural inclination towards efficiency isn't a contradiction. It's a potential superpower if you know how to harness it. It's about understanding the beautiful, sometimes frustrating, machine that is your brain, designing your environment for success, and embracing the power of small, consistent actions. So, what's one tiny, ridiculously easy habit you can start today? Don't overthink it. Pick something, anything, and just begin. The momentum will surprise you. The world is waiting for whatever amazing thing you're going to create, even if it all starts with a single, strategically lazy step. You got this.